Hey, it's Marina. How are you going? I want to talk to you today about, are you a narcissist, right? Are you thinking or worrying that maybe you're a narcissist? It's a question I get about 30% of the time from people who come into my world to work with me, and they're really worried about it. And so I thought I'd make this video. So if you're somebody that has been reading things online, you're doing your research and you're looking and you're going, yeah, that's kind of me. Some of this is actually me. And as you're reading it, you're starting to feel really nervous and tight in your tummy, and you're starting to feel quite concerned and stressed, and you're really worried that actually the people that are narcissistic, like your parents, your siblings, people at work, your boss, your friends, whomever it is in your world that you go, yeah, I know you're a narcissist, and you're going, actually, I do some of that stuff. Some of that's me. I'm here to give you the answer, right? Because I get this question and it really upsets me that someone like you might think you are. If you are genuinely asking yourself, am I a narcissist? The answer is no. No, you're not. And the reason is because a narcissist would never self-reflect. And if you're genuinely self-reflecting and you're kind of concerned inside and you're thinking, oh my God, maybe I am, then you're not. Because a narcissist would never self-reflect. They don't self-reflect. Look at them, right? When you hold the truth up to a narcissist, what do? They blame you or they attack you. They're never actually going to go, oh yeah, maybe I did do that. So if you are ever around a narcissist and they are also asking that question, what are you saying? I'm a narcissist? Are you saying I'm a narcissist? Do you see how often the way that they'll react will not be self-reflection? It will be pure rage, pure like, how dare you ask me this question? Pure entitlement. And they're literally going to let you have it. Because anytime you hold the truth up to a narcissist and they don't like it, what are they going to do? They're never going to actually think to themselves, yeah, maybe I am, right? They don't self-reflect. The only time you would ever see a narcissist self-reflect, what you think might be self-reflecting, is actually if they're doing it to get your attention. Like, am I? Am I? And they just want to see what your reaction's going to be. It's purely to get your energy. It's not actually a deep fear they hold, and they're not wrestling with it, right? So if you're wrestling with it and you've been really concerned, here's the thing. Narcissists do what they do because they want your energy, and they have absolutely no care or empathy for you whatsoever. They don't care how they get your energy. They don't care what it costs you. They can watch you crying and they're good. They can watch you in the biggest pain you've been in your whole life. That could be physical. You could be in the hardest place you've been in your entire life, and they don't care. All they're caring about is how you affect them, right? So for a narcissist, when you are around them, they don't care. And if they have a moment where they don't care, there's no reflection that comes afterwards. It's consistent behavior. And if they do appear to care, it's only so they can get you back in again, so they can start the cycle all over again. If you think about you, do you actually do that with people? Like, do you actually consistently do this to people and you don't give a shit? No. If you have an argument or you say stuff where in the moment you don't give a shit about somebody, guarantee you afterwards you will. Afterwards you'll feel bad and you'll wrestle with it again. That's not narcissistic, right? A narcissist can't feel you. When you're in a room, you're going to feel other people. You're going to notice how they are reacting towards you, and you'll know how they're feeling. And so even if in the moment you say something that you regret, later on, you're going to go, it wasn't so cool. Okay. And you're not going to consistently keep it up. Narcissists are dangerous people. They want to crush you. They want to destroy you. They want to compete against you. They don't actually, there's no heart there, right? And so they can watch you suffer and not flinch. They're good. Can you do that? Can you actually watch people suffer and not feel anything at all? It's impossible for you. And that's why you've been so concerned that maybe you're a narcissist, right? Can you see all the feelings that come in there? Because the last thing that you want to do is become like them. There's your self-reflection, right? And the other thing is that one of the reasons why somebody like you doesn't have boundaries is because you don't want to hurt people. One of the worst things for someone like you is the thought that you've actually hurt somebody. Can you see? There's no way. There's no way you could be narcissistic. So some of those traits, you might go, well, I am that a little bit, sure, but does that make you a narcissist? No, it doesn't. I do not subscribe to that notion. Well, we're all a bit narcissistic. That's like saying, well, we all kind of want to destroy people. No, we don't. We actually don't. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be sometimes unaware of people. You're not going to be self-absorbed. It's not going to be all about you. Sometimes we just these people. It doesn't make you narcissistic at all. It makes you human. You're allowed to have feelings, right? Another thing I want to say is, for so many people that have had narcissistic abuse, see if this is you as well, you've had to get used to having no needs from people. When you get used to not being able to really ask for help and get it, because what you actually get is attack, or what you actually get is blame, or what you actually get is ridicule, or what you actually get or got was rejection, you just stop asking. And then when you enter into healthy relationships, you hold it all in because you're really concerned it might happen again. And there's something that I know is when we hold how we feel in and what we want and need in over a long period of time, because we're not used to getting our needs met, it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds. And then guess what happens? You get really needy because you hold it in for so long. And then by the time you ask for what you want or you share how you feel, it comes just tumbling out. It's massive, it's huge. And that person has to help you because now it's the last minute. Now there's nothing else that you could possibly do. You need them now. And then you get worried that actually you're overly needy, you're overly takey, just like the narcissist. No. Can you see? Because you're not entitled, right? There's a great deal of concern and fear that will be in you for being this person. And your greatest fear when you ask for help is that you're going to be rejected. The person won't like you anymore. Do you think a narcissist thinks like that? Like, really? Do you think a narcissist worries about that if they ask you for the umpteenth time for something, that you're going to leave them? No, they don't worry that. Okay, it's a bottomless pit. When you are dealing with a narcissist, what is it? It's an absolute bottomless pit. Whatever you do for them, it's never enough. It's relentless. That's not because they're not used to asking for what they want. And that's not because they're not used to getting their needs met. They make sure they get their needs met. Don't you worry about that. If it's not through you, it'll be through somebody else. They are number one. Do you see? But for you, it's different. You hold it in. Now, narcissists do carry a lot of fear inside of them. And I think that's because deep down, they know it's out of alignment. However, one of their fears is being rejected, is being abandoned, okay? But it comes out in a different way, right? It's the way that comes out is they seek to control you so you don't leave them. And they seek to control you in a number of ways, right? From being overly needy to lots of other ways. You is completely different. You're just wanting to get your needs met. And your greatest fear is that you're going to overwhelm somebody. You're going to ask too much from them. You're going to hurt them. And in some way, shape, or form, they just won't like you anymore, right? You just will have pushed them away. Can you see the differences? Like, it's immense, absolutely immense. And a narcissist is somebody that will make your problems their problems at your expense, right? Their problems become your problems. You only do that if you're absolutely desperate, backs against the wall. And usually that's because you haven't had support. You've kept it all in. You've been the Lone Ranger. You haven't wanted to be like them. And in not wanting to be like them, right? I don't want to be like my mum, my dad, my brother, my sister, my ex, right? My boss, my colleague, the person that used to work with me or for me, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, whoever it is. In you trying not to be like them, you hold your genuine needs in. I've got to tell you, in a healthy relationship, you're only going to be met with real love. So I hope this really supports you in understanding the clear difference between, am I a narcissist? That question alone means that you're not. I hope this really, really supports you. All my love.